Hey there, everybody. It's Chris here, the Oracle Doctor, now on Substack. Woohoo! I wanted to do a quickie Oracle Tarot pull for the weekend. So, welcome if you're here live. If you are watching the replay, let me know. So, without further ado, we are in the United States. It is the weekend of the 4th of July holiday. And our first card that came flying out is from the Ascended Masters Oracle, and it's Thoth. So, Thoth is an Egyptian deity, and he is actually, I have a very personal relationship with Thoth because I do a lot of channeling work with him. He specifically came through a lot for me back in probably like May or June of 2025. And I downloaded the 10, what he called the 10 radiant codes, and they were also aligned with some of the, it's kind of cold here, from the Emerald Tablet and some of Thoth's writings. So the card on it does say right, and I'm in the middle of moving and doing a lot of other things. So, hi, Gail, nice to see you. So I feel like for many of you, this is a um, not just a sign, but kind of a command from Thoth. Right, right. So some of you might be writing books, articles, blogs. This could also, he's also the god of communications and manifestation principles. Like he's the one you connect with to manifest. So I feel like he's also saying if you want to manifest something, really write it down, write it in, I am so thankful and grateful that, and then whatever it is that you are weaving into your current reality, right? Because anything you desire, it's already created in the quantum field somewhere. There's a version of you, if we look at like things through the lens of parallel lives, there's already a version of you that is living that life, right? Um, I have a couple of books to finish and workbooks to finish. So I feel like to me, he's just like, chop, chop, get with it, right? Get on it. Get on it. Okay. And behind me is Ganesh. If you don't know Ganesh, he is the wonderful Hindu elephant headed god who removes obstacles, but he is also the god patron of scribes and writers. So I feel like it's funny because I haven't done a transmission in a long time with my Ganesh in the background. So Ganesh was given to me by a friend back in, I think, July or August of 2020. He's been with me. He's always either hung in my bedroom or he was in my living room in my last place. Um, so anyways, yeah, I'm in the middle of moving. I'm only moving like 5 minutes from here. So, okay, the second card I pulled is from this beautiful deck that my friend Laura Alicio illustrated. It's called the Dolphin Oracle Deck by Jean Marie Russell. Um, it's an amazingly accurate deck. I think it's in its second printing, so it should be available very soon. Um, But anyways, this beautiful deck is super magical, and I keep pulling this card literally all the time. Lemurian Crystal Dolphins. Look at that picture. And this is a painting. This is not AI. This is a painting by my friend Laura Alicia, who is such a accomplished, talented artist. So it says it's time to ascend to a higher level. Um, what I get from this and then the Thoth is that we are really connecting in with ancient codes this weekend. Lemuria was an ancient civilization of peace. It was very earth-based. Um, the Lemurians were people who were very magical. They were psychic, they were healers, they were shapeshifters. This is where we get mermaids, right? This is where we get, a lot of, I guess, kind of hybrid beings. They were able to, literally, connect telepathically with other beings, other species, and also other, life forms on the planet Earth, just through their mind telepathically. They didn't need cell phones, right? So I think it's interesting that we take these kind of 2 together. What does this mean? You know, Egypt itself, is an ancient civilization, but Lemuria is even more ancient than Egypt. And so a lot of the Lemurians and what we believe to be the Atlanteans settled in ancient Egypt. That's a major belief. The Lemurians and the Atlanteans live at the same time. They were together, um, they were in civilization, very much into progressing with technology. Does it remind you of anybody? Like where we are now, right? So between this Lemurian crystal dolphins and Thoth, you are going to be receiving light codes. You're going to be receiving messages from divine guidance in whatever forms you prefer. Some of you might work more with angels. Some of you might work more with ascended masters. Um, also the earth itself, like the Lemurians, there are beings. Sometimes they're called devas. There's different terms for them, but there's going to be a lot of information coming through for you for healing, to enhance your psychic development, to enhance your connection to the other worlds, right? Okay, so let's go into, I pulled 3 tarot from this beautiful Unveiling the Golden Age. I'm going to put a little pillow behind me here. I'm sitting on my bed. There we go. The first card that we got, and I'm using the Unveiling the Golden Age by Izzy Ivy. I bought this in one of my first trips to Sedona last year. I've been spending a lot of time there. As many of you know, I did a retreat there recently. It was incredible. Also, hold them in your prayers. They have a really big fire. I mean, there's fires all over the United States right now. We're having earthquakes all over the world. This that Lemurian earth awakening, right? So yeah, let's put our prayers out for peace, for healing. Venezuela had a very tragic earthquake, and all these fires burning. Let's just send that cooling energy, right? We could do a little meditation here on my Substack. Okay, so heartfelt communications. How beautiful that card is. So Izzy Ivy is also a very, very gifted artist, painter. So again, these are not AI images. These are artists who paint their images. Beautiful, beautiful work. Heartfelt communications. Well, in the traditional tarot, for those of you who want to learn a little bit more, this card would be connected or be the same as the Page of Swords in traditional tarot. So the Page of Swords sometimes can come through as spirit communication or news of some kind coming to you through an email, a text, social media. This is definitely a card of social media. When you get these downloads, You may feel called to share them with others, and maybe it's with a friend, you text them, you have a phone call or a conversation, or maybe you post on social media. You post what you are learning, what you are, whatever the divine is channeling through you, you could also be sharing it on social media. So, um, you know, Thoth is also Mercury, or also called Hermes Trismegistus, Hermes thrice great. Again, a god of alchemy, um, and communications, commerce, right? Mercury, Thoth, it's commerce. Um, Whatever you say, whatever you communicate, do it from the heart, do it from the heart of truth. Truth is going to be really important right now. This is the card actually for Friday. I forgot to say because we're covering this is covering the weekend ahead. So this is card is for Friday. The card for Saturday is the Chalice, Priestess of Activations. In traditional tarot, this is the Queen of Swords. So now we have two swords in a row. Swords correspond to Mercury, the god of again, and Thoth, the air element, communications, the rational mind, making decisions. So Saturday, this is the 4th of July. Somebody is going to speak a truth to you, or it could be you speaking the truth to somebody else. Um, it could be that on Friday you get information, and then based on that information, you make a decision, you make a proclamation, right? Because the Queen of Swords speaks a decree, speaks the truth. She's also really good at holding boundaries. So this might be, okay, yeah, I heard from so and so. And maybe, yeah, I need to declare a boundary with this person, right? Um, I feel like these go beautifully together as far as communicate from the heart, feel from the mind, think from the heart, like really be integrated with mind and heart this weekend, especially in communications, because somebody might trigger you. You never know, right? That's something that could happen. And then we have action plan. This is for Sunday, the 2 of this is light codes. It's showing up backwards on my screen. Hopefully it's not backwards for you, but if not, you get the general idea. So this corresponds to the 2 of wands. So Sunday, you really are partnering with the divine to bring in a new adventure. So it's time to maybe break out of your comfort zone a little bit and go, what else is there out there for me? As far as, maybe circles of friends, relationships, business ideas, new ways of living that feel more free, that feel more adventurous, that feel inspired, right? So, light codes, we talked about this earlier with that Lemurian. You see this, there's kind of like, even though the light codes is more red, right? Because this is a fire, and the Lemurian crystal, the dolphins is more of a watery deck. But there's like, if you pull it back here, it's like, it looks like almost the similar shapes in both pictures, but one is more red, hot, and one is more cool with the blue. How are you working with the energies? How are you working with the downloads that came through, and are you putting it into action, right? That's what wands is like. Okay, you can't stay up in your head thinking about things, trying to figure shit out. You need to get out there and do something about it. You need to take action. Okay, and the 2 of light codes, the 2 of wands is divinely inspired action, not just any kind of action, but really being like, okay, I'm going to let all of this beautiful divine inspiration that came to me this weekend be the guide to direct me to what the best action is to take. Okay, so that's your weekend reading. If you have questions, let me know. If you're in the live chat right now, let me know and I can pull. I'll pull a Dolphin Oracle card for you from the Dolphin Oracle deck if you wish. I'll give it a minute here to wait and see. I think you have to comment in the live chat for me to see if you want a card. So if you're here live, I'm not doing it on the replay, just on the live. Well, Gail, I know you're here. I know my internet might be a little wonky too. In my bedroom, it's kind of a weak signal. You've been exhausted. Oh, me too. Yeah. So, Gail, the exhaustion it's a few different things, but you are, thank you. I'm glad you love when we do this. You're feeling exhausted because you are leveling up. I'm sure you're feeling it. Time is going so fast now, faster than it's ever gone for me. Like literally, I look at the clock, it's morning, and I feel like it's only been a few hours, and that's like, it's not 8:30 a.m. anymore Pacific. It's like 5:30 p.m. That kind of stuff has been happening to me all the time. So, um, you are being upgraded, my dear. And when that happens, you need more rest. So get your rest, take naps. You have my permission to take naps. I know it's hard when we have to work too, but at least it's Thursday, so it's Friday Eve for most of you, Thursday. So that way tomorrow, hopefully you can kind of give yourself some space to take a break. Okay, Gail, your card is, ooh, pretty. It says Dolphins, Angels of the Sea. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Let the unconditional love of the dolphins surround you. So you are being upgraded, and a lot of these light codes, your angels are working with you. And then dolphins, if you love the energy of dolphins, really, you can even meditate and call the dolphins into your meditation and just visualize yourself in the water with them playing, being revived, right? Because it'll definitely help with your vitality. Let's see, I've got a little guidebook for this one. And, oh, here it is. You're welcome, darling. Okay, Dolphins, Angels of the Sea. Let's see what it says, because it gives you a good little action. So yeah, these dolphins and dolphin angels are guiding us towards a state of higher consciousness and emotional harmony. With their playful energy and serene presence, dolphins remind us to connect deeply with the feelings of love, joy, and peace that reside within all of us. Okay, it says, when you draw this card, take a moment to meditate on the energy and wisdom of the dolphins. Allow their lighthearted spirit to infuse your day with positivity and their loving energy to uplift your heart. Remember, just like dolphins, you too have the power to transform and elevate the vibrations around you. Trust in the guidance of these magnificent creatures and allow them to guide you towards a life filled with love, joy, and inner peace. So yeah, the Dolphins Oracle Deck. And if it's backwards for you, sorry about that. It's by Jean Marie Russell. And again, my friend, the beautiful Laura Licio, was the designer painter for all of these beautiful images in this deck. Okay, wishing you all a beautiful weekend. Thank you, Gail, for being here live. So nice to see you pop in. And I'll come back on again soon. Ciao for now.